SneekyVill Stories.
Today we got a very special guest in the building for all the party people, to all the hip hop heads and real niggas all over the world. You know what I'm saying? We got a legendary emcee.
We.
A master of bars, a master with the wordplay, a super solid individual. My partner in rhyme, the one and only, OG HANUS.
All day, bro. You already know what it is. It's that barcode shit all day, bro. You already know what's going on.
Put it up.
Hell yeah.
Shit, first thing I want to ask you, where was you actually born at, bro?
Right here, Winston-Salem, Trey 4, man.
Word up.
Forsyth County, man. Baptist Hospital. You better
Baptist.
know it. Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised.
What's your first memories as a kid? Where was you at?
Whoa. My first memories as a kid in Winston.
Yeah.
Two-way. Happy Hill Gardens.
So when you actually was born, your parents stayed in the garden?
Yeah. My mom's and them was their way of Detroit. So all them, I think most of them came down from Detroit. But when they got here, Happy Hill Gardens was our first basic stop. From my knowledge, I first lived on Lock Street. But like all my cousins and relatives would always kind of be towards the two-way Willow Street, Free Street era. You know what I'm saying? So like that's pretty much where we would hang out at Standpoint. But yeah, Gardens all day. I stayed in Happy Hill Gardens for about 16 years before we moved out.
So when your moms moved down here, you already had a lot of family here?
I had family already, a lot of aunts, cousins, and whatnot. And then, of course, you know, growing up in the projects, you know, my mom stayed there. Her sister stayed. My mom's lived on, we moved from Mock to Pitt Street. My auntie Aura stayed on Mock Street. My aunt Catherine stayed on Free Street. Oh man, I had cousins all over the place. So like, in the Gardens, it was just a big melting pot. So then you become cousins from relationships, bonding and connecting and Standpoint. So like, yeah, from day one.
Tell me that, how was that like as a kid in the Gardens? What was the day like?
The Gardens for me, man, honestly, in my opinion, Happy Hill Gardens was a project that I would dare say predominantly was single parent moms. It's not to say that they didn't have males in the home, but it was mostly single parent moms. And from my aspect, most of my mom's homegirls were like single parent moms with sons growing up or whatnot. But I think for the most part, for me in the Gardens, it was representation and positioning. Like, even though you would get into it with the homies in the neighborhoods, if somebody from an opposite neighborhood would intervene, then y'all would be together against them. So it was kind of like a project that was like a house of a family. You know what I'm saying? You know, brothers and sisters, yeah, you're gonna fight between brothers and sisters in the household, but motherfucker coming at y'all, all y'all get on him. You know what I'm saying? So like that was all mental assessment growing up with our homies in that aspect. Yeah.
So who's some of the people you grew up with, like as a kid?
Oh my God, man. I grew up with some heavy hitters and getters, man. The Duncan boys.
So that was like even like elementary age?
I've been knowing a lot of them since I was elementary age. The Duncan brothers.
So that's when y'all be so tight knit. I always respected the unity that y'all be having. Like,
man, it was so many. The Dilworth brothers, my homies Michael T, and then our OGs, mostly known throughout the whole city: James Walker, Terry Smith, Cater, just a lot of people, man. Right. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but yeah. It's all family oriented.
So, well, a young, what they call you back then?
Kootenai. Most people, as a kid, I grew up with the nickname Kootenai. And I get that now because a lot of people may be somewhere they know me by JoHanus or OG or James, but like most times somebody call me Kootney, they know me. Like that's no.
You automatically.
Hey, look, if they say Kootney, I'm looking for them. Like, who is that? Because I already know they know me. But yeah, that was my nickname coming up as a kid, Kootney in the neighborhood. And that's how they knew me. That's tall girl son Kootney right there. So it was what it was.
So. What was the day like for Kootney? What Kootney get into? Like you just get up, you run outside to play, or you was like more stay in the house?
Well, I was the only boy in a house of, let's see, Arlene. I had my cousins, Arlene, Darlene, Doreen, Jackie, Mike. My mom's basically fostered them. So all of us stayed in the household. But in the household, I was my mama's only biological child. So growing up with me, I had my little friends. I would get up and after school, get up with the homies after school. We either in the park, in the field, playing football or getting into some adventurous shit in the creek beds. Everybody played in the creek. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it was with that. Making sure my ass was in the house before the street lights came on. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much it for me in the day. Yeah, that was it for me as a kid in the daytime. Yeah.
A smart kid in elementary, or what kind of student you consider yourself as? Middle school type of age.
Honestly, I think in the beginning, I was a smart kid all around, but I think my struggle with acceptance caused me to be a follower until I realized I was a leader. So I was a kid in class, man, who would, most of the times I would be the secondhand laugher. You know what I'm saying? So if something joking went on in class, it would distract me from staying focused because I was mostly more entertained with having fun than being focused on the school work. You know what I'm saying? Until a few teachers would have to pull me aside and just put me in check and be like, man, you bigger than that. You got to do something different. So at some point I came around into my own, but like in the beginning, I was just wanting to have fun with the homies in class. Like that was pretty much the MO.
Do you remember any teachers that gave you that type of advice?
Man, I remember every single one of them.
What school was it?
My first teacher assessment was Miss Fuller, Union Cross, 3rd grade.
So you were going out there in Kernersville?
Yeah. Because most of us in Happy Hill Gardens was going to either Griffith Elementary or Union Cross, depending on what side of the project you stayed on. I started out in Griffith, but like I say, once we moved from Mark Street to Pitt, that put me in the district of Union Cross. So like I was good out there, but like, Miss Fuller was one of the first teachers that kind of put me on the right path and checked me by calling my moms when the other teachers didn't. So it was pretty much what it was with that. But like after that, no matter what class or grade I was in, I would always have that one teacher that would kind of, put me on track when I was falling off track of getting distracted. Like, and that's from elementary all the way up through high school. Like, I don't know, man. They just saw something in me. Sometimes I didn't see it, but they did.
What middle school?
Middle school, Wiley. Oh, God.
The infamous Wiley.
Wiley Middle. Man, look here. I had a lot of Miss Reynolds and Miss Blackwood.
I went to Wiley for summer school one year. That shit was traumatizing.
Oh, my God, man. I was good at Wiley. 6th grade, I did pretty decent. 7th grade, Miss Thomas, Miss Transu, they kept me on track. I got the 8th grade and ran into Mr. Watts and them. And Mr. Watts is one of those black men that, as a school teacher, he kind of saw us as black men, young black boys being better than what we was accepting at that time frame. Like he was one of them. Like he didn't allow me to slack. He didn't allow me to sell myself short. Like he was on me, bro. Like
Where was that
at Wiley Middle School.
Wiley.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We had one too. His name was Mr. Watkins at Kennedy.
Oh my God, bro. But them be the ones, man. They ain't gonna let you slip. They be so on you. You got to watch for them even when you're out there trying to just chill and cool out, relax.
What was young Kootney dreaming to be?
God, man. Let's see. My first aspirations as far as what I wanted to be as a kid. I think it was writing. I I started getting into like the young authors club. Well, they put me in the young authors club through Miss Fuller's class in elementary. And so in that, I started like writing poetry, and I got into writing stories and wanted to write my own book one day at some point in time. But again, like I say, even with that, for some reason, every school bracket, there was a teacher there to be like, you know what, you need to stick to what you're doing. You're good at that. You need to stick to what you're doing. You're good at that. So like writing books, maybe making movies, I think that was my, you know what I'm saying, first intent.
Word, that's crucial. Did you get along with people good? Did you get it?
No.
You got to fight.
My problematic was, I think, growing up in a house with a single parent mom, the mother pretty much sometimes has to do both jobs. So even though my mom would give me the insight of, you know, don't let nobody push over you, you know, you gotta stand as a man. At those times, she would kind of send me to my cousin's house to kind of put that inner man in me, you know what I'm saying? Red, my cousin's Red, Dynamite, my cousin's Eddie, they all lived on Free Street with my Aunt Cat. I mean, I looked up to my cousins too, man, because like, they were the first cousins I seen that, I don't know, man, in the projects, everybody didn't have it. And not to say they had a lot, but they had a little more than what we had. You know what I'm saying? So like seeing that, I looked up to that. Mm-hmm. But like, even so, being in a house of all predominantly females, I would get into certain arguments and conflicts with everybody in the projects because of my sisters or being the only boy. You know, in the projects, you're going to get picked at for everything. Yeah. One way or another. Nobody runs from that shit. You're going to have your confrontation. So, yeah, I got tested a lot, man.
Did you ever have to try to take up for them?
Oh, yeah. One of my incidents, man, I fought Boston Projects on a damn Bible study bus on a Sunday over my sisters, man. Dude was like, and me being big for my size, a lot of people thought I was a certain age and I wasn't. So I think this particular time, this 17-year-old happened to be messing with my sister or something, and me being, I think I wasn't no more than about 12. But of course, my mom always said, we're in the same household. Somebody mess with one, y'all better get to it. You know what I'm saying?
How tall was you when you was 12?
Oh shit, I was at 6 feet.
You was already 6 feet? I was
already at 6 at 12.
Damn.
Yeah, sure enough. I didn't realize how tall I had gotten until one day my mom stood next to me. She was like, boy, you at 6 feet tall at 12 going on 13 feet. I was like, yeah. She was like, boy, you got there. Woo. But yeah, I got into it with him, and of course, being on the bus with predominantly Boston Projects, you know how that go. So I wound up getting into it with him and looked up, I wound up fighting about 10 other motherfuckers. Took a big L that day. Right. But I had to stand firm for my sister, so it wasn't one of the things where I had an optionary in it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Didn't even get no fucking help from the bus driver. This motherfucker just, so I'm like, nigga, stop the goddamn bus, nigga. You goddamn. What going on, cuz? Trying to see me get killed in this motherfucker. What the fuck going on? Y'all stop that. No, you stop the bus. Yeah. Like, what the fuck, bro? That shit was crazy to say that, bro. But I even had cousins over in the projects. That's one thing about Winston. You're going to have family all over, man. You're going to have family everywhere, man, especially coming from the train.
So do you know what gave your moms the intent or the big heart to take a bunch of people in?
You know what, man?
Did you ever like resent that, or was it always all good with you?
I didn't resent it, but I did have to learn at an early age that my mom was the type of person who was bigger than herself. So like, even though she had a child of her own, she still took on the accomplishment of trying to make sure she raised all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because families have problems. You might have one family member with drug addiction that can't deal with the kids, or mentally stressed out and just can't, you know what I'm saying? Every situation differs, but I never resented it. I think it made me self-sufficient a little more earlier, which is what my mom was trying to tell me then. She was just like, I ain't gonna be here forever. You gotta make sure you're self-sufficient. But like, I get it, and I get it and understand it, but nah, I love my sisters.
Right.
Nah, and we fought all the time. That was one of my biggest problems behind. My dumb ass used to think, since I'm in here boxing with big sis, and I get a win, I can go outside and box with goddamn one of these niggas in the street and get the same win. Yeah. And it taught me, no, nigga, that is not the fucking same, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I went out there, got my ass beat for the first time. My cousin Roger Nichols, sure enough, my cousin Roger Nichols sitting on the bus one day, we having words. I think I'm big as hell with my hands. I'm like, shit, we get on the bus kid right now.
Y'all knew y'all was cousins at that time?
No. He said, all right, I'm gonna see you when you get out the bus. Man, I jumped out that goddamn bus and squared up, and I don't know what happened. My hands didn't move. And I'm gonna plot me one time. Man, took the fight out of it. I say, man, goddamn, it's over with. Had to go to my cousin, how my cousin had to teach me how to have hands for real, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's just another learning lesson I had to go through coming up, you know what I'm saying? So
from that situation right there, how did y'all learn to
We found out we was cousins through my cousin Trance and Terror. Because they were cousins. And again, like I told you, in the projects, you know, this relative or meet that relative, they in a relationship, they have a kid, now you got a cousin, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a big melting pot, you know what I'm saying, the standpoint, but like, that's how we found out we was cousins or whatnot. And a lot of times that's how it was, man. You get into a fight with you from Free Street, you go to Gill, you fight a nigga from Gill Street, you don't realize that his mama, your mama's first cousin. Y'all at a cookout and show up, and then y'all gotta realize, oh damn, I ain't even know, bro. Da, 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 da. And then that's what shit would be like. You know what I'm saying?
Why did the sides used to clash?
Man, it was just. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was a trend thing. I think at that time between music doing its thing with beefs. I think a lot of guys got into the mindset of, nah, this is my side of town. So now you can't come up here unless you know this person and that person. And unfortunately, within the project itself, you had different sides. You know what I'm saying? And some people was good with the niggas on Gill, some niggas wasn't. Yeah. But somebody in his crew might be cool with the niggas on Gill, so he might get a connect that you can't get, even though you can't. So it was petty within the household like that. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of around like getting money too.
Yeah. It was like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy.
Right from that side, get money on the other side.
Right. And that's how it be. So like, shit shut down on what we call New York, which was Free Streets and the two-way. That's what we would call New York. Mm-hmm. If New York side ain't popping, and you got to make some maneuvers, and goddamn LA is, then you got to step from motherfucking what's name to LA. But like, you get to LA, they might tax you because they know you from New York. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's just how they would devise on a business standpoint. And it wasn't like that all the time. Sometimes shit was just what it was. Who got to work? We just got to get some shit jumping, but that's just what it was at the time.
Do you know any of the history of Happy Hill Gardens?
As far as being one of the first plantations that transitioned over into a housing authority unit, first place to have a black school. Oh yeah, man. Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you know that as a kid? Growing up?
No, I think I found that out. Talking with like some aunts and uncles from the old school. Like they put us on, and I think that conversation came in about with the graveyard they used to be right there in the gardens, because we had like really ancestral people buried there, you know what I'm saying, from like slavery time, I think maybe even before that time frame. But like, yeah, I definitely dug into that. I had to. I just wanted to, because I wanted to know where I was from. Mm-hmm. And just why everything was so deeply rooted, and why I would always see cats were like, nigga, I'm from the guards. When I first heard that, I always wondered, why was that statement so strongly expressed? But then I understood growing up, bonding with them, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what it was to really be like that from your side, which is why every side take pride in the side they from.
Right.
East Winston, Boston, Cleveland, Piedmont Circle. Like, if you from that side, you just take pride in your side. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
So I always like to ask this. Do you remember the first time you, did you ever try to hustle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
When did you first see crack?
Oh, man, that's funny you said that, because that was the first thing I thought about when you asked the question you asked. My first time seeing it, I came home from school one day and walked in the apartment, and my uncle was in there busting down his work. I didn't know what it was. I just know motherfuckers kept coming to the back door consistently. You know what I'm saying? And he just, at the end of the night, I go down there to get my Kool-Aid and my cake, and he got them at the table still stacking. And I'm like, damn, Mom, get out. I realized the grocery shopping list got a lot thicker, you know what I'm saying, versus what moms went stressing over that, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was different, but like my first introduction as a participant, I was about 13, and I was coming up from the graveyard, because you know you can go either way through the graveyard. I'm coming back from the graveyard into the main to New York. And one of the homies was, I guess, seen the police rolling up. He was like, bro, you want to make 50 right fast? I was like, yeah, ain't nothing to me, cut. He was like, look, hold this fun. I ain't even realized what he passed him, but me being the kid in his mindset, he thinking, police ain't gonna fuck with him. He a child, you know what I'm saying? And sure enough, he was right. I walked right past him, and in the process of me walking right past him, he would loop back the other way. When they left, he came back. I gave him the West Name. He gave me 50. He said, look, bro, just hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of days every weekend, I got you. And that was my intro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how massive I would become later on down the line with the work, but like that was my first intro to it. I was just like, damn, I made a quick 50. This back in fucking early 90-ish. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 12 and shit, I'm sitting on 200-300 at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be minor to those of the mindset now, but coming where we was coming from, shit, I know grown-ups, some paychecks at that time. Listen, you get $5.50 an hour back then.
Good job was $200 a week.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was different for me in that aspect, for sure.
That's crazy. But when I'm looking back at it as a grown man, looking at what you're saying though, I'm like, you really got lucky. Like, for real. On some realness, dog. You already like 6 feet tall, right? See what I'm saying? Even that. And I think for him at his point in time, he was just running from the charge. His mind said, he's like, no, I can't go to jail today. Yeah. In my mind, he walked up on me on surprise. Like, I'm actually just headed to the crib. I'm not none of this. He just, hey, yo, let me. You know what I'm saying? So when he threw it at me, I'm like, well, shit, what is it? He was like, man, don't worry about it. So I walked out with it. And then, like I say, when he looked back and picked up, he gave me the job. And I kind of dibble-dabble with it here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just do what he needed me to do. So when did you decide, what made you decide to try to sell some drugs yourself? Just wanting my own. I know a lot of homies be like, shit got hard, this, that, and the third. But for me, I just wanted my own. I wanted my own, and I also wanted to be able to be the anchor when my mama needed something. Not to say that I wanted to step on her toes as far as taking care of everything, but if the hole came up, I wanted her to be like, well, look, I ain't got this, and I could just, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. I didn't realize how good I was gonna be at it. Not on that level. Yeah. Definitely not on that level. So where did you go to? Shit, probably about a few, years and times have passed by, ups and downs, and I finally ran into one of my homies, Big G. And at that point in time, he had a spot called Magnolia. I think you know what a Nolia is. That's up there from Hardage. Mm-hmm. Now, when we stepped into the Nolia, this was a bare, blank, non-tested area. Nobody had been over there. Nobody had touched it. And it just so happened at that point in time, the clientele base was looking for another sector because indictment season had hit, drought hit the same time that year. So they didn't really have a outlet. But my boy G had just moved over there. He had a damn apartment complex, and just so happened one day, motherfucker just come that he knew a neighbor who got down, and she knocked on the door. And from that point, she was like, well, she was trying to get some work. So I was like, well, let me make a call. So I hit somebody I knew, you know what I'm saying? They hit me back, and one transaction happened and two transactions happened. And before I knew it, knocks on the door was happening consistently. And
Shit, I look up, fucking a year and a half later, shit, bro, we doing 36 every day.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid over there. Like, it got so crazy over there, bro. You know, you go through a neighborhood and you got trees already up in the neighborhood going all the way down the road on both sides. Man, they had to chop the fucking trees down, dog, because they couldn't see
What was going on?
What we was doing, but they knew the volume was hitting so hard that they didn't have no other option. We had a good 10-year run, man, till infiltration, snakes come out, you know, snitches get the jab, you know, and all that. And they went to one. I went and did I gave them 10. They got 10 years out of me, though. You know what I'm saying?
So you got 10 years?
They gave me a dime out of me. They got a dime out of me collectively, man. They got a dime out of me.
With the old law or new law?
It was, I think it wasn't the old law? I want to say it was.
Yeah.
Because when I went in, bro, I was looking at a substantial of 10.
Where you go?
Oh shit, they had me at I went to had me all over the place, man. I was all over the place. I hit Salisbury for probably a year. After that, they found...
You was processing for a year?
Yeah, a year, because I was just sitting.
Yeah.
And I guess I felt like in their mind, since they had me hands down, they didn't give a fuck. Now, I'm saying it was what it was. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Salisbury for a year. Now, you know, you got the processing side, then you got the other side. So like, I'm in the processor for a minute. They flip me over to the other side for the other half. I get a new bump. They send me to Hope. I'm in Hope for like 6 months. I leave there. They send me to Goldsboro. I leave Goldsboro. I go to Franklin. I'm in Franklin for 4 because that's where I went to school and got my college and shit at. I leave from there. The rest of my time, shit, I'm at, am I saying it right? Dan River? Am I saying it right? Is it Dan River? Dan River? I think I'm at Dan River.
What do you go to school for?
Shit, horticulture and human resource development. So that's pretty much when I got my paperwork in. But shit, I came home from Dan River, man. I was fucking ready to go too, boy. Them motherfuckers called my goddamn name. I was like, you gotta call my name. My shit folded and ready. I'm out of here. My goddamn wife met me at the door. I got married on the day I came home. So she rode with me the whole route. You know what I mean? So that shit was crazy. So like when she passed, that was a major for me.
So when you got, when did you start doing music?
I had been doing music even before all that shit happened. Like I was putting my shit on CDs and distributing it a while back. My first legitimate encounter with the music was with my boy Ty Star, my boy Chris Thomas. He had bought turntables out at his crib. So I go to his house one day. He like, nigga, I got the SB12s. So he spitting off. We just started fucking around and we was rapping and shit at his house.
So what you just automatically can rap?
Well, by me writing them books, like in elementary and middle school, I think when hip hop came in and I tried it, it fit because I had been writing poetry for so long anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like when that shit hit and I tried it, I was like, oh yeah, I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I never took the bars to the forefront until later. I'll be in school some days writing serious hard. I wish I could have some of my notebooks from fucking high school. I swear to God. But like I'll be writing like hell back then. I wrote like hell in prison. I was in ciphers like hell when I was in prison. Shout out to my boy Raymond Gamble. Raymond Gamble was on the yard. Petey Pablo was on the yard. Who else? Who? It's a lot of niggas on the yard when I passed through. Petey Pablo, the helicopter nigga. He was on the yard. I came in on the yard for a short period before a bunk changeover, and he was on the same yard. I'm telling you, man, I ran into a lot of cats in there that was getting it in.
Yeah.
That's how I knew how I knew about Petey before a lot of cats did. But he was killing niggas inside too. You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy, man. So when I finally came home and decided to get to it, my wife bought me a beat machine. And she was just like, look, you want to do this shit? Then just do it. You know what I'm saying? So I got the beat machine and I started really going crazy, hitting the studios, fucking with Punch from Full Deck, Payday, Oil Can and them. Man, I ran into a lot of cats. Assassin Fam was the first crew was the first official crew I ran into. Shout out to Cypher Sean, my boy Aaron. Then we ran into Sound Chamber, which, you know, Apostle, Banger Block. This is the original Banger Block.
Around what time was this?
Saying this was in shit. Ooh. I want to say early 2000-ish, somewhere around then, because we met Sound Chamber and them on a decision to put out a project of battling each other, which was NATO Command. So that's how all of us linked up. Now, through linking with them, that's how I met this person, that person, and that person. And like, shit just kept going and going and going. I think my name, dare I say, got more out there when I started fucking with Punch and E-Class, my boy Ben in there. Shice Young, just that whole fucking conglomerate, because we would be.
This when Punch was in Salem Garden?
Yeah, well, this is when Punch, I've been with Punch on every segment.
Okay.
Salem Gardens, off of Walktown, like I've been with him almost every segment, because like when I came in, you know how Punch is. Punch them all, I'm like, no, nigga, you gotta goddamn. But like, I needed that, because before I started getting into it, it was to self. I didn't really put it out there like that. But then when I got with Punch, she's like, nah, nigga, you bad as hell, nigga. You gotta goddamn.
Yeah.
So like, I started fucking with him in E-Class, and shit started surfacing. I got their crew linked back to me, banging my shit, not knowing it was my shit. They were playing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then it dawned on me, I was like, okay, I can do this shit for real. And so I started doing it. One of the reasons, shout out, rest in peace to one of the main niggas that kept telling me to keep going, you had on your show, and that's Corey. Mm-hmm. Corey's one of the ones, he said, boy, I'm telling you, boy, you're gonna be goddamn shit one day. I would see him all the time. He always say that shit to me. But like, dog, shit crazy, bro. So I just kept going, man. I just kept going. I feel like it'll be a sin if I stop, because it's a gift from God. You know what I'm saying? So I can't.
Right.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? But hell yeah, bro. And now here it is. You know, me and you done linked up. Barcode shit done got started. Hell, from that, a million other fucking and a trillion different invites of collabs and shit like that. So like, I don't know, man. I just feel like now's the time. You know what I mean? And timing is everything.
Right. What do you have that's in the works
right now?
That, you know what I'm saying? And how can people find your music?
Right now, I'm glad you said that. Because right now they got about a good 2 months to go to Spotify, DistroKid, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, Joe HANUS, OG HANUS, on all of them. Just load up. Because in a minute, like I said,
OG HANUS?
OG HANUS, OGHANUS. Because in a minute it's straight back to consumer, and I'm loving this push right now. I wasn't against the social media platform standpoint in the beginning, because the advertisement is just that. It's good advertisement. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like when you add up the massive finance of input and invest versus your payback on the opposite end, they jerking everybody, really. That's just what the fuck that is, dog. That's just what it is. Yes, and then on top of that, we're really doing their job for them. This AI shit, it can be utilized the right way if y'all pay attention to what you're doing. But it's about how you go about it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not against that neither, but I do feel like the bond of consumer to artist has to come back. Like, that has to come back, man.
Right.
We've oversaturated the computer to do everything for us, to the point that some of this shit just feel fraudulent and fake.
Facts. How has you, over the years, your style evolved, and how have you, been able to change with the times and still stay, you know what I'm saying, keep it current?
Ooh, that's a good question. By God's blessing. here's the thing with that. Once you're a rapper past 35, you will consistently get questioned about why you do what you do, why you feel you still got a placement in this game or whatever. But I just feel like if you're great, man. So I keep striving to be that. And one day maybe somebody will look back and they'll say, hey man, that nigga Joanne's was great. You know what I'm saying? I just try to keep an open mind, and I refuse to let the chamber of boom bap die because people don't want to keep stretching. You know what I'm saying? Like for me and you, we keep stretching. That shit don't stop for us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like psychological warfare for us to a stick. Cause like we have to keep. You can't. Once God put the glasses on us, we can't take them off, bro. That's just what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like by us continuously to keep stretching, we can continuously adapt, regardless of where the game's gone. Regardless of what's changing, regardless of how, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you just stay stuck and you're not stretching at all, believing that it's over for you, thinking, your shot blown, then fuck, you ain't gonna be able to adapt. You know
when you kind of authentic like we are, you don't have to change nothing.
Nothing.
They never seen this before.
Man, Tom, you hear me? When you're the tree, that's all you gotta be. The world's still gonna bear its fruit or whatever, but you just gotta know you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy you said that, because we do present an element, we produce the element. Because anything else is just a substance. You know what I'm saying? But we produce the element. So it's like, regardless of what everybody else doing, we stay what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't see it no other way. I'm just glad I'm blessed to be able to even have a ear still. I'm blessed that motherfuckers do hear us and be like, damn, them niggas killed that shit, or damn, I gotta have that shit right there. Like for real, man. Like words are powerful. Vibration is powerful, and it's in everything. And energy is in everything, and that's all vibration is, man. So like, it gets deeper than what they've painted the picture for us to accept and to be, and they know that. That's why they don't want us to get no bigger, no stronger, no more powerful.
What's your definition of success? What does true success look like to you?
True success.
For hold your hands.
That is a great question. Oh God. Complete success for me. Acknowledgement and application of the gift. Like knowing this life is a gift and actually applying what you know to utilize it to the fullest. And I don't care if you feel like your position there is a guy sitting on the lawn looking at flowers all day. If that is your complete fulfillment, if that's how you see that, that is your success. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's inner, not outer. It really is. Because your peace of mind that's the complete success, your peace of mind. Once you get peace of mind, I'm not saying distractions and problems won't come. But when you obtain peace of mind and know how to keep it, man, it don't get no more successful than that.
So I popped up on you the other day. What's that project you working on?
Finishing up the 10-point procedure.
What's that?
10-point procedure was my own self-goal, where I wanted to link with 10 different producers, put out 10 different projects with their each individual sound applied to it. And when you slid by yesterday, we were working on 8-9. And one of the projects is Enter the Sound Chamber with Apostle, which he's producing the complete project today.
Produced it too?
Yeah, he did a complete production on that. Mm-hmm. And then this shit we finna drop in about a week and a half which is Transit 34 with Dancy Beats. We was working on the finishing touches to that. So that's completed. The Transit 34 is done. I think we were just putting some in-between intermissional skits to make sure the package is the way it's supposed to be. But we've been in the mix of that for a minute. It's really been a search and destroy thing with me and Dancy, but like every producer I've worked with so far, oh God, man, it's been
I don't mean
different.
to put you on the spot.
It's been different.
And don't trip if you forget a name. But who are some of the producers?
Oh God. Okay, so I got, let me get this right. Number one, Watkins the General. That's who produced Pen's Wisdom. Okay. Jay Scorch, which produced Scorch Sessions. Who else? I got Barry Beats, who produced Extra Manish Intent. Who else? I got 12th Dot, who produced The 12th Hour. Who else? Man, I'm going down the list here. Okay, I got Dancy Beats on Transit 34. I got Apostle on In the Sound Chamber. I got Trey Boogie, who is on Unspoken Conversations. Who else? I got Paper London, which is on London Bridge. I'm shopping to Chris Beats. And my final is Sinister Vic from Band of the Hand Clan. So that'll be the 10 points right there. So right now I'm on project, like I say, number 8 and 9. Every project I just spoke on is on outlets that I spoke on. So you guys want to tune in, and I'm telling you, every single one's different. And then we got how many Barcode albums?
We got 2. You know what I'm saying? We got 2, but we got 10 unreleased joints.
I'm gonna tell you, like, real talk, one thing about the Barcodes, we got that shit crazy, bro. it's like, it's an encyclopedia. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So like, I'm just sharpening scale, and more importantly, I think I went about this campaign because I just got tired of sitting back, and more importantly, just, you know, making sure I solidify Winston as a whole. Because if nothing else, I've unified forefronts from every sector of Winston. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's what it's about for me. It's the trait. You know what I mean? I don't mind being the vessel or being chosen in the process, whether it's teamwork, so I don't care. My thing is, it's about Winston. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm going hard in any aspect, that's it. It ain't about me. It's about Winston. I really need people to understand, you know,
I know you be
how great we are.
You be chefing more than just lyrics. You be chefing up food. So
then there's that.
Where can they get some of this?
I'm at Bennett Sofa Bar on Burke Street. You guys really need to come and see me.
What's the name of your food company?
My food company is Tall Girl Products. It's a catering company, and I'm, like I told Beehive today, we'll have our first official food truck this year. But the catering standpoint is crazy there. And then I'm also down at Foothills Brewing Company, but I've been working for Foothills for about 22 years, for a good little minute. I came home and jumped in right there. So I left, came home, and still I've been at Foothills for a minute. So it's been a while. But yeah, that's it, man. Trying to just make sure I get this business off the ground. I've been spending most of my years doing culinary and cook work for over 25 years. And I've worked in almost at least 12 to maybe 13 different restaurants of a differential anywhere from gourmet cuisines to simply family home foods. So I'm multitasking just about any and everything. I'm a photo chef cook though. Like, I'm the type of, if I get the recipe, I can make it. I just need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good, though. I can't complain.
My bro, OG HANUS.
I can't complain.
Hey, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
You already know, you already know. All love, man. I appreciate you even having me, fam. Like, for real. Y'all make sure y'all check out this SneekyVill story, too, man. Like, the homie giving you the real deal of the real from the trade. No question, homie, for sure. I'm loving what's been going on with you, too, fam. I got to salute you, dog, because this shit is getting better and better every time.
Appreciate it, bro.
Every time, dog.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Make sure y'all tune in, though, for sure.
OG HANUS.
All day.